Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Angie Liberty.
Angie Liberty, and can we do this video, Angie, and it will go on our Facebook, and we promote it to help Future Women's Recovery Program, which we're trying to open up to help homeless women. So can we use this video?
Please.
Okay, Angie, tell everybody, if you would, for me, if you know of anyone that is struggling.
I'm going to tell you my story.
Go for it.
I have always been on the opposite end. My grandmother ran Catholic Charities in Las Vegas for 42 years, and I always worked along with her doing that. I've raised 4 daughters by myself who every Christmas for most of their lives served breakfast to the homeless people prior to opening their gifts or anything else. So that's something that I was always very strong and passionate about service. And a year ago, Hurricane Irma came into my life and took everything. My house, my car, and I was homeless with 3 little girls and nowhere to go. And I was blessed for people to come and help me, but it was so hard for me to ask for help. It was so hard for me to receive help. It was so hard, but my community came together and they furnished my home. They found me a trailer to live in. They brought me food. And it was just very humbling to be in that situation, you know, and to realize, to go to sleep at night and really realize how many women and children are homeless. And I again recognize myself that women often, people don't consider the fact that women are homeless or that children are homeless because they automatically think that 87% of the homeless population is men. And people don't realize, I mean, I can't imagine what it must be like every day not to have running water, to have a bathroom, and I'm very grateful for what I do have, but I know how hard it is, and I don't know how hard it is on the level that Patty knows, but I know how demeaning it can be as a person when you've always been able to provide for yourself and you've always been able to do everything, and then suddenly you can't. And the only person that you rely on is yourself and God. And it can feel very alone, but
So
I just hope that this program.
let's talk about the program. It will have 16 beds for homeless women or women struggling with abuse or addiction. They don't have to be homeless. We're going to help even women that may be struggling, let's say, with opioids, and they're married, but they just need to get off get away from the addiction that is. And so anyway, we believe that this is going to be a program that through the power of Jesus Christ will lead them away from their addiction into a new life with Jesus Christ. And you've been here, this is your first weekend with us.
We just moved into the community 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so with the program in mind and everything you've experienced today, share with the folks what you think about what we're trying to do.
I think it's amazing. I also have a sister who I lost to the streets over 20 years ago with a severe heroin addiction. And unfortunately, we've never been able to bring her back into the fold. She's still out there, alive, thank God, but I don't know where. And it's wonderful for women to know that there's something out there, and for somebody to spread the word to them, someone to be humble enough and brave enough to go into these environments and into these situations, you know, where I don't know why it's hard for women sometimes to step up and say you need help. And especially with drugs, it's so hard when, especially living on the street, you just want to be numb. And if that's all you have $20, so you can't go get a room, or you can't go buy a dress, or you can't, so why not buy a bottle of booze and be numb? And I've seen it, and it's sad, and it happens, and I myself have struggled with alcoholism during depression after the hurricane, and I just hope, and I will do everything in my power to help get this program going.
You'll pray for us.
Absolutely.
You already been helping.
Absolutely.
Your first weekend here, you've already been helping us serve the homeless, and we thank you that God sent you to us, and so we ask that you pray for us, and thank you for doing this video. It was a powerful testimony, and we believe that Jesus Christ is the answer.
Absolutely.
Amen. Thank you so much.
The only answer. Thank you.
God bless you.